we will start this again.
All right.
You guys are in the capital of Makba. Uh, you guys all met in this town. Very large town. This is basically a metropolis or a city. Winter has now left. It's been probably about a month since the last major snowstorm, and all of the ice is now starting to recede to the north. Uh, you guys want to go ahead and introduce your characters? We'll start with Willie first. You guys go around, and then we'll go ahead and start doing the impromptu stuff of how we met and whatnot. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Again, my name is Pride Firmwood, a half elf, very beautiful to look upon, I assure you. And
I assure you.
I am a cleric of Calistria, the lady in the room, the savored sting. She goes by many names, but uh, let's just say that when I was supposed to take the priesthood, an unfortunate event happened, and I was unable to accomplish getting the priesthood, so I was turned out, if you will, and set upon an adventuring lifestyle of sorts. Hiring out my services as a healer to whatever band of adventurers would have me. That's pretty much it for now, I suppose.
Nice.
Unless you would like me to be more elaborate, I can.
Phil, what about your character? Who are you?
Alright, well, I am 113-year-old elf, purebred elf, and proud of it.
A Russian elf.
Although 113 in elf years only makes me an adolescent. Um, and it has come up before. Someone has asked why my name is called Phil. And it's basically because my father was training me to be an assassin, and I was not very good at it. He called me a failure. So I took that name as my last name before I killed him. Then as I started doing adventuring and
Love you, Dad.
was... bye. Don't want to disappoint. So, anyway, I come across I got kidnapped by pirates and was conscripted to work on the ship. And me and a few other of the crew decided to mutiny against the captain, and we took over the ship. I became captain. We messed around for a little while. Things were not as successful as we had hoped. The crew had mutinied against me, and as I was fighting back, the ship caught the fire, and it burned. As far as I know, everyone else in it, and I left. I've headed towards the mainland here. I'm probably 2 shares landing and made my way towards the larger city looking for adventure.
Nice. Okay. What about I?
So I Longtooth, 31 human, so long life, and he's only just now getting into something more. Lived majority of his life as a nomad up in where the frozen wastes start, but not to where it's horrible. Had a family until one day while hunting, a premonition, fate, some type of vision came to him, showing that they had picked him for something bigger, specifically Pharasma, the goddess of fate, came to him and sent him on a mission. He traveled through the woods to the south, the deserts, the areas, until he came to Makba, and he's now ready to see where his fate lies, doing odd jobs, of course, to get what he can to get through to where he needs to go.
Grat Lidong? Who was Grat Lidong?
What? What do you want? I didn't do nothing. My name is Grat. Not a lot of people know that. My name is Gratler Dong. I'm a monk of the Bell. I was sent by my Lord Abbot out into the world. I was born at a very early age, and I was indoctrinated into the monastery. My mother left me at a monastery of the monks of the Bell, obviously. And when I grew up, my abbot said, Dong, you've got to go out in the world. He said, Dong, well, it wasn't exact words. His exact words were, Dong, sod off, and go out in the world and try not to get yourself killed and do good things. So I've gone out in the world, and I've gone out helping the poor and the needy. What is in needy of being poor? I give most of my money to a charity and to little houses. What little humans live in? What are they called? Orphanages. I give most of my money to orphanages so that they can help look after the little kiddies. And I'm out there trying to help people and dispelling the rumours what is going around that our folks is some kind of ignoramuses what likes killing people. Oh, and I have my bells. I'm campinologist, and I ring bells, and I entertain people in inns by ringing my bells. Ding dong.
What about the Seeker?
All right, I'm the Seeker. So I am a dwarf. Grew up somewhere in the mountains, and at a very young age, my village was beset upon by orc raiders, and basically everyone was wiped out. And I witnessed them, shave the beards off the men and murder everyone. And basically, I was too young to. I was just overlooked by the raiders. After, surviving for a couple of days, some pilgrims, or some guys on a pilgrimage, found me as the only survivor and took me to the monastery of the North Wind, which is where they were going, and that was where I was raised. So after being indoctrinated and learning in the ways of Irori, the master of masters, I have left the monastery to seek out who did this to my family and to avenge their deaths. And I don't know what my name is. I don't know what my given name was. I was too small when I was orphaned. And at the monastery, they didn't. They just gave me the title of what you were doing at the time, and I am now seeking. So I am the Seeker.
Very nice.
Neat.
So all of you have been in Makaba for several months now, and you actually sought refuge in Makaba because it was a very bad winter this year. The storms were bad. I mean, there was just everybody was just pent up in Makba for months and months and months. But the last month, the gods have been kind. The ice has starting to recede back to the north. The crops, the soil is starting to basically loosen, starting to thaw. Crops are being prepared for a year's harvest, because usually the winters are long, especially in Makba and the north like this. This peninsula always gets hit hard. Now, you guys have been here, like I said, for several months. And how did you guys all meet? How did it all start, your merry band of adventurers?
Well, I was entertaining people with my bells in a rundown inn near the docks. Full of floozies, by the way, what I did not partake of.
Of course you didn't.
I assumed I would be there partaking in said floozies, looking for another job to get more coin in my purse.
Oh yeah,
you're just a man slut, really, aren't you, Pride? Just a man slut.
Well, see, here's
You'll
the thing,
learn one
Grat.
day.
As you're performing basically on a daily basis at this inn, this and it's really ragtag. It's nothing but a bunch of scallywags and seafarers. And you always had seen this, decent-looking male coming in all the time. And it's actually old pride. Actually, the word of mouth comes around that he has actually built up quite a high tab inside of this inn.
What's the name of this place?
It's called the Seafarer.
The Seafarer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my flowing yellow and black robes belie my utter lack of any sort of gold in my purse. Yeah, I've been running a tab, and it's probably gotten to obscene levels by now.
And I will-
But little does he know that secretly his tab has been paid off every night out of my earnings.
Oh,
Or at
yeah,
least some of it.
I always ask the barmaid why she keeps giving me beer, ales and such, and she kind of dodges my questions when asked. I think nothing of it. I assume she's giving them to me because I'm so pretty.
And I is currently working a job on the docks as a common laborer,
On the
given his
docks.
prodigious strength.
The docks.
So basically, all of the supply ships that would sail in during the bad winter, you were unloading and whatnot, basically.
Right.
Now, I do go to the docks and trade with the sailors from time to time.
We know what you
Usually
trade.
from things that I've picked off of people in this inn, the Seafarer. I'm also banned from the Seafarer, but I do get in from time to time under disguise. I was banned because I continue to. I don't shy away from fights when people are picking around. And generally, the last time I was banned, I was caught because I was describing how I was going to remove most of the body parts off of one gentleman.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, you had actually traded for a little bit, Fail, because as your crew did, they had a successful mutiny on your ship. What was the name of your ship, by the way?
Oh Jesus, what was it? The Siren.
The Siren. Well, as your crew successfully actually had a mutiny against you, you were actually able to escape with a dinghy, and as you escaped, you actually had quite a few things on this dinghy. So that's how you were able to survive in Makba for as long as you have. You were
Right.
staying in the lesser desirable areas, the slums and whatnot. Basically, just trading basically all of your goods away that you had. You had some cannonballs. You had quite a nice array of ropes from the ship and whatnot. And especially being in Makba, it is a port town, very large city. You could find all kinds of places to trade.
I got a
with.
very fancy hat from one gentleman.
Ooh,
I
nice.
traded that. Plus an old parrot.
You have an old parrot. Nice.
An old parrot, yeah.
Does this parrot speak? And what is the parrot's name?
Oh, what was his name?
I forget.
Did the parrot die already? You said what was his name?
No, I
Is it-
traded him.
Oh, you
Probably
traded
got
him
half
too?
his feathers and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh. Oh, you traded him because of the no companion rule.
Yeah, that's it. I heard you can't have companions in Makba, so I traded him.
Don't trade me. So the Seeker, what were you doing around Makba?
I was looking, of course. I basically got off a boat, and no one would talk to me because I have such an odd appearance. You often don't see a dwarf with no beard. Seeker is completely clean shaven, shaved head as well, and wearing these funny monk robes, and just no one would give him the time of day. So finally, someone told him where he could find another monk, some who played bells in some bar. And so, with no better options, he went and sought out this monk. But it wasn't like any monk he'd ever met before. And this guy didn't seem to be able to help him very much. But
Plus, he's a half-orc.
he's a half-orc, too. And so, he looked similar to the people I'm looking for to take revenge on. But this guy, he didn't seem like, it wasn't him. So... He's been kind of tagging along with this other monk, hoping to find some monks that make a little more sense and could possibly point him in the right direction. So I've just got nothing better to do than follow around Grat Ladong, hoping to find some senior monks that might be able to direct me in my search.
Yeah, I mean, plus you've recently left the monastery. Plus you're a new adventurer, and maybe that's what you're seeking, a higher wisdom.
Absolutely.
I will say I've been coming to this dive often, and I'm somewhat mesmerized by the bell playing that's going on. I don't have much of an ear for music. I've always been interested in musical instruments, but I fail to understand how this monk here, or whatever the devil he is, it can manage to get 3 bells ringing with only 2 bells. It's just, I'm utterly amazed at the facility with which he wields his bells. He's very entertaining. I
Lunatic, thank you for the follow, Lunatic. Thank you. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it.
But he's very reticent.
And of course, the bells are perfect for meditation.
Absolutely.
Hakure,
Omni
Zero.
My brother, seeing my brother monk
Ogabo,
into the building, I
aliens.
assume that he is seeking of knowledge and wisdom. And
Thank you,
sorry,
guys.
I'm dreadfully sorry. I'm doing this completely wrong. Grat, what is seen this other monk come into us, what he is doing in, and he's said, well, he think to himself, that's another monk what needs help, and I shall offer him a glass of beer and something to eat out of my own pocket.
And of course, I can't accept the beer. I have denied myself of all vices, including alcohol.
I hate to see anything go to waste. I just take the beer right out of the seeker's hands.
I'll take care of it for you, my brother.
I shall slap pride away because he's had enough this evening. I'll give the beer to the first person what walks in the bar and
I
say,
assure you, I'm
my
still
friend,
capable of standing there, good bell ringer.
I'll kick him in the
As I
kneecaps.
stagger about.
I'll kick him in the kneecaps. No, you're not. Now sit down. And I'll give the
Violent
beer.
man. I heard a
I
bell
hear this
ring when
going
you
on
did
and
that.
slip up beside the Grat.
Absolutely, because Vey, you're disguised as a man, correct? You have a mustache, or nice new shiny pirate hat on.
Sure, we'll go with that. Not the pirate hat, but that's maybe a sailor's cap.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to attract too much attention.
Did you? Oh, that's right. Because that's how you got in trouble, was the pirate hat, because of the gambling. Remember as you were gambling, the guy tried to sneak a few cards in, and that's how the whole bar fight started, and that's how you got kicked out. So it was over that damn hat. So yeah, you got another hat that you jacked from some other guy on the docks. So yeah, my bad.
I don't understand. It's a man who looks like a woman and a
This
woman
is
who
all
looks like a
impromptu.
man.
Elves.
Oh, it
Don't
looks like a
worry
man
about
for
it.
sure. You definitely don't know that it's definitely not a woman. So
No pride.
I
Okay.
assure you, I am all man to there, Mr. Seeker, or whatever your name is. Ask Ladong there. He just kicked me in the family jewels.
Yeah, we had a lot of gender confusion in the Savage Worlds game, as well.
And I'm there nursing, the nightly meal, and the commotion kind of brings my attention, and a little bit of shock covers Aya's face when he sees elf, orc, and dwarf all together, and it spikes some recognition and what was said to him a few years ago, and so his attention is fully on them.
Yeah, the sea cabbage buffet tonight is just rancid. I mean, it's so
Sea
salty.
cabbage.
Yeah,
Food is
yeah.
food.
Of course. I mean, there's like like a bed of seaweed that floats in the northern bay, and a lot of these restaurants claim that it's so nourishable and it helps get you through the winter. And this is the last of basically of the cabbage of the winter, and it's just so god awful tonight. They try to do as much as they can with it, but it's really bad tonight.
It's very
Right,
decadent
I'm
food.
wolfing it down, Dave. I've heard there are aphrodisiac properties to this cabbage, and I want to get as much of it in me as possible.
It is
Grat
too
eats-
rich for me. I need
Grat-
something
Grat-
more plain.
This is too elaborate.
Exactly,
for you?
Miss
Oh,
Scarlet.
okay.
Much too
I'll
elaborate.
I'll eat it because I was told by my Lord Abbot what I hold in high esteem, that I should never refuse food what is put in front of me. Besides, it's green, therefore it's good for you.
Yeah, and I mean it's not like that. It's not as it's not a separate charge. It's actually part of when you buy one drink, you get a free sea cabbage buffet. I mean it's not
No.
too bad.
Well, then I'll toss the seeker of raw potato. Here, suck on this.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not a particularly.
I'm very confused, but I eat it.
I said suck, damn it.
Whoa.
We've got a live one here. Who are you, sir?
I've said the same thing myself several times.
Just a simple sailor. Enjoying my
Simple
time
sailor.
here.
That's a likely
Simple
story.
sailor.
They've been
A simple
drinking for
sailor.
a few
Would you
hours
like a-
now.
Sorry.
Vase
Simple
seems like
sailor.
she's,
Would you like
she's
a beer?
getting pretty hammered. It's pretty
I
awesome.
sit down right
You're really
in
gonna
front of
give him
him.
my beer, Grat?
It's not your beer. I bought the beer for my brother.
Very,
Monk.
very
Well,
well.
he does
very
not
well.
partake of beer, much like myself. So
Oh.
this poor sailor needs a drink.
Yeah, I sit right down in front of him. Thank you, sir. I should take that beer.
Are you sure this is food?
You're welcome, young man.
You just have to keep sucking. Get through that skin. It's delicious.
What is it? A raw potato? You're gonna seriously eat that, man?
The man said he likes
She's-
simple food.
Yes, I need simple food. I'm not sure if this is food, though.
It's a potato. It's eaten
don't
by many
eat-
people. The Irish.
Someone
Don't
dug
eat-
it out of the ground.
no.
Surely you can eat it.
Yes, it's
Brother,
edible.
brother, don't eat it. It's poisonous. I've seen them before. They hides in the ground and jumps out at you. My great uncle was killed by potatoes, so they're just lurks. Don't eat it. It'll kill you.
I set down the potato and eye it suspiciously.
Yeah, don't take your eyes off them. Sneaky little buggers. They'll creep up on you and jump on you before you know what happens.
Yeah, fine. Starve.
Here,
Where's that beer?
Have the rest of my meal.
I suppose I'll have to eat the cabbage then.
Cabbage, it's
I
great.
assure you
it's
that
great.
potato
It's
is good for you, though.
The aroma from the cabbage buffet is just splendid. As it kind of trickles throughout the inn of the dining hall of the seafarer. Yummy.
Unfortunately, as I have partaken of a little too much of the cabbage buffet, and various internal processes, natural processes, you understand, have taken their toll on my digestive system. And at some point, I am just going to let rip a noxious fumes from my nether regions.
Is this audible, Grat?
You
highly.
see, brother Monk,
hey,
it is
is
too
that
rich.
a new bale playing style of yours there, man? You're ever advancing in the arts, it seems. Then I start gagging. What is that terrible aroma?
So long as I have my beer, I will stay.
I don't know, it smells like rotten dwarf.
By the way, Grat,
True.
forgetting the recent molestation on Grat's part of my person, I tug his tunic or whatever he's wearing. You seem to have acquired another fan. One more to add to your legion. That fellow in the back there has been staring you down the whole time.
Not just him, all of you.
Yes, his eyes have been wandering in this direction
Shall
for
we,
the whole evening.
Well then, let's go over and say hello. It's only polite, and what are we? We're polite.
Oh, indeed, we are.
I
After
shall-
you, my lord.
I shall pick up another beer from the barkeep and take it over to the gentleman that is enjoying his evening meal.
Yeah, you seem to be buying everybody beer but me, Grat.
I don't buy. Sorry, terribly sorry. I don't buy beer for them what has got money to buy beer, and you has plenty of money. I've seen. You gets beer all the time.
and gets beer all the time. I assure you, it's because that barmaid back there is enamored with my person. It's not because I have a super abundance of coin on me. I assure you.
I assure you, Grat, that he gets the beer for other services, not for his gold.
Indeed,
Yes,
I have
yes,
a proposition
yes, I
by the
saw
woman
you
even
in the
once.
back. I saw you in the back.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
try to hide it.
I don't know what you saw, but I assure you, that woman won't even. I can't make any amount of headway with her, and she's not even the prettiest thing in the world. I don't know. Maybe my charm is
I
failing
wasn't
me.
talking about the woman.
And now this is just slander. This is just for this newcomer to come in here and slander my good name. I take umbrage at it. Let us go see this new guy. What is his business?
As I say that, I'm twisting my mustache. It actually kind of comes loose, and I have to push it back on.
Yeah, kind of pops off for a split second. Everybody's like, "What in the hell is going on?"
Yeah,
I think you've
maybe
been
I should do
injured,
like
sir.
maybe I should do like a what do you call it? Sleight
Can I
of
do a-
hand.
Can I
Sleight
do
of
a
hand to
sense
make sure I put it
motive
back
to
on.
spot if she's
Yeah.
not a man?
Yeah, everybody give me a perception check. Everybody give me perception.
perception.
Yeah, with
Alright.
sleight of hand with
Her opposed. Okay.
yeah, her opposed. so basically, fail. You have been had.
Oh my
I mean,
god!
just as you're tweaking your mustache, the dried pelican piss that you basically made this abrasive glue with.
Dried pelican piss.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's good. It's really expensive to buy in Namakba, but you had the recipe from one of the guys that you made a deal with. You found the recipe in one of the chests, so you made this stinky adhesive that you put on your lip, and and with the cold, it's still being a little cold out. You tweaked that mustache, it kind of boing fell off, and you tried to put it on real quick. But unfortunately, every single person saw
Every
you do
single
that.
one of them.
Every
Wow.
every person, yeah.
Well, I don't know though, Fail. Do you have any ranks in sleight of hand? That bonus should be more probably.
You're right. I should. May-
But I
Should
believe
be a
sleight of
It's
hand
affected by armor.
is affected by armor.
But I think I
that's
talked
right.
to
We
the
figured
dogs
that
there.
out. We figured that out, didn't we? Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, toggle the armor off. Hold on.
I
that
didn't toggle
should
armor
be-
off.
Yeah, in your inventory.
Nah.
Like, I want to remove my armor to
Right,
perform
right.
certain skills and that sort of thing.
It should be at least a +7 probably.
Yeah, we'll say
So-
that's pride.
I did not have I'm not that kind of rogue. I did not have that a rank in that sleight of hand.
Ah, okay. So you
Yeah,
can't even
that's
do
it.
it. You can't even do it anyways.
Yeah.
Mm.
We saw right
Yes.
through that. fucking
Yeah,
disguise,
you've
but-
been had. Yeah,
I'm a trap monkey.
yeah. You can definitely tell that he is definitely a she.
Sir, your mustache seems to be somewhat askew there.
Shh, shh. I've been banned from this place several
would
times.
I
I'm just trying to
recognize
fit
her
in.
once the disguise slipped? I mean, we've seen her get kicked out of this place a few times.
Oh yeah, yeah. As soon as the mustache drops, you're like, oh, that was the chick that stabbed the guy in the eye with the dagger over the hat.
Yeah,
Kinda
I've attempted to woo her on many occasions
Yeah.
and been put off many times, but yes, I changed my whole demeanor towards her now that I recognize her.
Yeah, it was a big brawl. I mean, basically, a lot of the militia of Makba had to be called into the docks, which they usually don't because, usually all of the, the militias in the town like to stay away from the docks because it's basically the most unsavory place in the town, well, in the city. So, huge fight.
So when I see the mustache fall off, I turn to Pride and ask, "You a woman too?"
Shh! I pull up my finger. Shh! Let's get around this fellow here. I wink my eye. Let him
You're a woman too,
readjust
huh?
his thing there, and I kind of shield Fail to the best of my ability so she can repair her disguise.
Oh, good. Well, I pull it off and apply a little more of my glue at her heat as my pelican piss,
Yeah, man.
and
Right.
stick it back on there.
Well, it's been boiled down to just like this thick salve where it's not actually piss anymore. It's more like a glue.
More like a
Exactly.
paste.
Yeah, like a paste. Yeah.
Pelican piss paste.
Yeah, we'll just call it pelican paste that was made out of pelican piss. I mean,
Are we all good there, my lady?
Very good, thanks,
So,
Bride.
so approaching the table with this Ooman what has been staring at us, I shall sit down at the table, hand him a tankard of ale, and say, "Hello, my name's Grat. You might see me. I does bells. Who are you?"
I have, and I very much enjoyed him. Thank you. Your offer is too kind.
Oh, thank you very much. I do enjoy it, and you found what it does enjoy my bells and stuff.
And I am I.
I is human.
Yes,
I
yes,
is
and I am
I.
I.
I is
I
So
as
what's
well.
your name?
I.
Aye. I think we've got a retard here.
He does seem to be a little
That's coming
daft
from the
there.
F word.
What is your name?
It is I, spelled AI.
Okay.
I love it.
But what's his name?
It's I try to draw out on the tabletop the spelling of it. I don't know that Grat can read human characters or common characters, but I
Look,
write
don't
it
worry
in
what his name is.
Okay.
Just call him I. He
Just
seems
call
to
him
Crap.
respond to that.
I don't
So-
think he has a name.
Looking,
Ah.
looking first
that
at
what
the
it is?
half-orc across from me, to the half-elf next standing, to the dwarf, and the other elf. What brings such a crew here this time of year?
What? He's a dwarf. Pointing at the other monk. He don't
Full
look like no
pockets.
dwarf.
Yes,
Full
dwarves have
full
beards,
pockets
Grat.
there.
I is a human.
No, the other monk.
He's talking about our friends.
Just
the
making
Oh
a
human
yes.
beard.
Okay, I gotcha.
No, I am indeed a dwarf, but I reject
Good
the
heavens.
pride of my people, and
I
have,
thought you were
have
one of
removed
those
my beard.
what do they call them? Short
Stunted
people,
people?
or something.
I thought he was just a little human.
No, I'm a
Thought he
dwarf.
was a fat gnome.
What happened to your beard, man? Aren't dwarves supposed to pride themselves in their beards? I seem to recall some bit of lore associated with dwarves and their beards. Don't they gain
They do.
their virility through their beard or something?
I reject the pride of my people. I must to appease my god, and therefore I cannot wear a beard and shave.
That's all right. The lady over is wearing a beard anyway, so she can wear it for you.
Yeah, you want to borrow it till later?
And she kind of removes it and winks her eye. I could just imagine her doing that now. That's crazy.
It's like when you
Absolutely.
switch your. It's like when you switch your eye patch from one side to the other.
So, how did it evolve to where you guys actually, instead of just meeting in the sea fair, how did this grow to where you guys actually started, doing jobs together? I mean, what kind of jobs did you guys do around Makba?
Well, I actually have a job that I've got to do, and I'd like if you guys would come with me and provide a bit of muscle. You see, even though the ice is retreating and stuff, and summer is coming on,
I don't know
we
why
still
that
need
came
food.
out, Zoe. It just came out. I'm
and
sorry.
so we've got to go hunting and collect some deer.
Sorry.
Oh, that music's really loud, Dave.
Go hunting.
Oh,
deer.
is it really that? I'm sorry.
I can barely hear myself think.
If you
Um,
go on to Roll20,
Oh, yeah,
you
go to
your
the options.
settings. You can turn the master music volume level down.
I
Oh,
didn't
thank
even
you.
hear it on my end.
Anyway,
Strange.
all right. Anyway, you can. We need some deer to help feed the town for a few months whilst they get their crops planted and growing and stuff. So I think with my butchery skills, we could go out and get some deer and help feed the town.
Yeah, especially now that the ice has started to recede back. The elk and bear and whatnot. Especially the bear, they're starting to come out of hibernation.
Having nothing better to do, I suppose I would accompany the good bard here. Not any force to be reckoned with there, Grat, but if you should fall in battle, I could assist you or something. I don't know how fierce these deer you speak of are, but they do have horns and stuff.
And as is the natural way to make use of nature's gifts
Ooh.
to sustain us for future seasons is always appropriate.
Ooh.
And there's good money in deer horns down in the south. Now, if we knew a good boat captain,
and now you're speaking my language. Huh?
now if we knew a good boat captain what could sail us down south with these deer horns, and we could sell them and make money.
Well, this pretty mustachioed gentleman here seems to know his way around a boat, gathering from his elaborate.
Yes. We'll need to steal a boat, though.
We can't steal
Steal
a
a
boat.
boat?
That's stealing.
Well, you going to buy one?
Borrow one or something. Probably.
Haven't you?
Well,
Haven't you got one?
steal it and then you bring it back when you're done. You call it whatever you like,
I see.
but we're not buying one. And she looks around, and let's see if you can buy one.
I
It don't
turn my
look like
pockets
you
out.
can.
I don't know about buying accommodations for the evening, madam, but
Well, I know one that we can get.
you know one we can get.
It is for the greater good of the town, but we've got to go hunting first.
Very well. I'll entertain this whimsy of yours, Grat. I don't know about our new friends here.
Thank you, Voltage.
What think you? Go on a little hunting expedition?
October 13th, 2013 is when I started running
I will
this.
help you, Brother Grat.
October 13th.
Thank you,
wait.
brother Signar.
We
2013.
really need a monk called you.
Almost 2 years.
I've
Let's be complete.
spent many a season hunting for the people, so I will accompany you as far as
Hey, the way
hunt.
you talk about nature and such, it seems like you're familiar with the ways of the woods and so on and so forth. What sort of story do you have, man?
I'm a man of the north, a nomad.
No, man. I suppose you've wandered about the woods a lot, done a lot of hunting firsthand, have you?
There
I've
you
gone
go.
where the wilds take me.
Well, this seems like the man to take with us. How about accompanying us on our little journey?
After just saying I would, of course.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Not
I'm a
go
bit
against my
deaf in
word.
my left ear. I'm sorry.
Pay attention, you
How
stupid
much money you got,
half-elf.
Voltage?
I haven't
Don't
had
you
an
listen-
ale in an hour, Grat. How am I supposed to pay attention?
You've got half a mug right in front of you, you daft
Oh, do
sod.
I? All right, I turned it up immediately.
I don't particularly want to get rid of it. Not particularly.
I'm sorry, Fail, he's just nicked a drink.
I did that. I assure you it wasn't me, madam. Remembering the brutality she visited upon those people in the bar previously, I don't want to offend her.
2 years of my life? Man, that's a long time.
I guess. Like
What do you
they
guys
say,
think that's worth?
So this
$10,000?
is some of the
I would say about
adventures that we've
10,000.
partaken in.
Seeing that I
we
don't
did
want to
a
get
little
rid of
hunting
it.
expedition once, at
Right,
least.
right.
And, like I
Hunting-
said,
a lucrative
I would say that we've
No, I
probably
wouldn't shave it
taken,
for 500
the
voltage.
community board, job board,
Right.
and taken a few bounties as well.
not always together, of course, but
Thank you. I wouldn't do it for 500, man.
But as we continue to hang out here at this inn, we've
It's a beautiful, fluffy
known each
beard.
other and know of each
The
other's
chicks dig
skills and services, and hooked up with each other from time to time to do jobs or other tasks.
Yeah, you've come to realise that Grat is a little sort of random in his actions, but his heart, he has a heart of gold and will help anybody less fortunate than himself.
No, thanks.
And I
Voltage.
have
Thank you,
a
though.
bit different of reasons. Seems to be something beyond just mutual money making.
yeah, so never able to perceive eyes' motives at all.
The Seeker seems to have no idea what's going on most of the time. This whole world is so foreign to him.
It's
And,
because your
and-
chin's cold.
That's for sure.
he needs
And-
like
but-
a beard cozy or something.
Yeah, but the inn likes me around because I don't drink, I don't eat anything, but I'm always good enough cleaning out the rabble in a bar fight. So I kind
don't
of hang
take
out with,
weird air,
with
man.
Grat, and I'm always kind of like the bouncer to this place. And I don't know, I don't have any place else to go. I don't know what's going on. So.
Thank you, Twitch.
I can't
just hang
keep
out.
away from here, Dave. The barmaid is always giving me drinks gratis, and she never asked for my money. I assumed I had a debt at least as much as this whole place was worth, but she never asked for my coin for some strange reason. So
Yeah, you were
I-
always wondering that. I mean, you're always wondering that. Why did she not ever?
She never responds to any romantic overtures I try and propose to her, so I don't don't know what her thinking is. Maybe she's just in awe of me or something. I have entirely the wrong idea about this woman. Let's just say that.
Well, you were hitting on Phil.
No,
the bartender.
Oh, okay,
barmaid
Yeah, the
pays me
barkeep.
drinks
Okay,
and never asked me to pay for
I was wondering if I missed something.
them. No, Fail has rebuked my advances on numerous times.
Yeah, she's horribly racist.
So you guys took care of hunting these elk, some bear, some other game, over I'd say about a 2-week period. Now, you were kind of getting bored of this. You were actually rather successful. You got the town has actually started to prepare a lot of this meat and starting to dry it out and start to save it for the next winter. Now, as you guys progress, got to know each other a little bit more, what kind of jobs have you guys been doing? We'll say that it's gone about another month or so has gone by, and with several things have also come up also. Now, there is a town called Devaki, which is south. It's back towards the mainland, and as you guys find a boat. Fail, as she finds a boat. I don't know. I guess how did you find the boat? First off, Fail.
Well, I go to the docks and I trade with the sailors a lot.
Correct.
I'm always scoping out things there, of course. And I know one that is only attended to, and other people are around at certain times, and that's how I was able to obtain it.
Oh yeah, you're keeping records of the movements and the comes and the goes and all that. I mean, yeah, you know.
I will
everything
say
goes on.
that I don't know about the rest of the people, but I would have probably approached Fail on numerous times when more shady jobs would come up or things I would hear about. I'm not the most moral person in the world. I would probably take any sort of job that would put coin in my pocket. So maybe we pulled a couple of heists or something along those lines.
Yeah, well,
out
there
of
weren't
the
any
other's
jobs
knowledge,
there weren't any profitable jobs on the job board. We just make our own.
Exactly.
Anything like heists or anything strictly illegal like that, unfortunately, Grat would be performing
Right.
that day and would not be available to assist you.
Yeah, like I say, I would have pulled Fail aside out of everybody's
Yeah,
earshot.
he understands me, and
Maybe for
he
errands
knows
or
that we could
something,
go from
right?
there, right?
Yeah, right. Maybe kneecap somebody that's not paying the protection money or something. Something like that.
Also in those sorts of times, I'm using my butchery craft skill to help prepare the meats that we've brought back and
Nice.
that sort of thing.
Not just the meat, the bones, the pie,
Yeah.
all the little things.
Oh yeah, you're keeping a good look on that, Ty, because you don't want to waste anything, especially with your background.
No, we've got a good store of antlers and what have you.
Speaking of debts, there's one of you that has incurred quite a debt over several years. Not just in a tavern, but sort of like a secret debt that you have not told. And there is a small village or a very small hamlet of about 65 people, which is to the east of Devaki, which, as you can see, due south of Makba, Sotman's throne. Through all the tributaries, you guys navigate. You guys could navigate your way with a boat. Probably take you a little less time on the boat than it would just regular travel. But one of you has incurred a debt, and this person that you have a debt with knows that you're in Makba. Well, this person has now started to call for, some immediate help to repay certain debt. Now, this debt is obtained by pride. Pride
Oh my
is
God.
Pride is.
I'm far too prodigal.
Yes, he loves to incur debt. This debt is for a lot of, I would say, metal trading in the past. You've You've traded a lot of metal. You've dealt a lot of metal. You've lost a lot of money, but yet you still owe a person by a man by the name of Urton Crux. He's a dwarf.
That's the last time I take some whore's advice about metal speculation. Let's just.
I'm telling you. Well, Urton, he's the finest metal worker of this small village. It's named Krisen, Krisen, and it is east of Devaki. Well, Urton usually would send small boats, small skiffs up to Makba to trade, because that's where basically most of the trade happens on the peninsula. So you've ran into this guy on the docks a few times, Pride, and you're like, go ahead and get me this shipment of X amount of iron bars, copper bars, and whatnot. Well, the last 3 times you were supposed to meet him, you have not showed. And of course, exactly. Of course, Urton, a man of little time to waste, he's really kind of reached out to a lot of the other scallywags that hang out on the docks, and has informed you that if you would like to work off your debt, there will be no grudges held against you. That he's actually been pretty firm with other people in the past, but he's actually reached out to you, and he's asking actually for some help. He doesn't really go into what, but he's looking for some help in the small hamlet of Krisen. And he says there's only 65 citizens here, so and there's really not a lot to do, so you're going to need to come, or I'll find you eventually.
All right, so charged with this information, I've been in the bar the past week or so, agonizing over how to fulfill what I'm expected to do of this, and I would have approached Fail first and imparted to her the easy pickings of this town to the south called Devaki. I explained to her that it is a very small, rich village, and it would be very easy to fleece them for all they had and stuff. And I'm trying to get her interested in making the journey. Need to make a bluff check or something.
No, you guys RP it out.
Yeah,
good.
Phil definitely is going to be on board with this.
Yes, Phil. Last time I was there, I had a bit of business with one of the local lords, and I assure you, the money is practically laying about everywhere, just waiting to be picked up by somebody with a deft hand and less than stellar morals. Wink, wink, if you understand me.
Not to question my morals.
Not saying you have bad morals, madam, but ambiguous morals.
I mean, what is good, what is bad?
Exactly.
Decide.
Right.
They're good to me.
Right. So, you are willing to make this journey with me? It will be a right good trip, but I assure you.
Point the way, please.
All right. I'm going to see if I could seek out some more help with this. I don't know about our friends here. I will have to broach the subject to them in a very different manner.
Oh, absolutely. Urton has,
they're a bunch of pussies. Let's just go on our own.
Well, we may need people to die for us, Phil.
Urton, has asked you if you know any heavy hands. Please bring them.
So, I make a big show for the past 3 or 4 days of pulling my hair and agonizing, not drinking a lot.
We have to figure a way to sell it to them.
Yeah, I'm not drinking a lot. I don't know if maybe the regular patrons would be questioning me. Do you feel all right? And I would dodge their questions and seem to be brooding over some deep matter, and I'm just awaiting for Grat or anybody else to approach me and to inquire.
I would notice you right away and come up to you. Pride. What seems to trouble you?
My dear friend, it's nothing you should concern yourself with, I assure you. It's just this village to the south. I don't know. The people are suffering so much. It is a task beyond my kenning, but my friends there have reached out to me. Do not concern yourself with it. I must think this over. Leave me for now.
Suffering brings strength.
Yes, I'm
This
sure
could be good
if
for the
they do
people
not
of the
die
village.
from this suffering, to be sure they will be strong, but I fear for their very lives.
Have they committed some great evil? Why are they being
No,
punished?
there is a local lord who has been terrorizing this small village, of which I have
He's
many
just
friends
making
in.
shit
I
up.
spent
I
some
love
time
it.
there several years ago, and they've wrote to me imploring me to come to their aid. But as you know me, I'm not some fighter, some warrior. I know the few offhand spells I can cast in dire times, but I am not equipped to do such things. This is a task beyond me, man.
This is their lord who is oppressive.
Oh, well, it's a local lord. They didn't know that these people are ignorant commoners, townsfolk. All they know about is harvesting crops, the cycles of the moon and whatnot. They don't know anything about nobility. They pay their taxes, but this man seems to be coming in and demanding more and more from them all the time.
The law can often be harsh, but must be obeyed.
He goes from
I don't
Why do
metalsmith
they not
to
He is
obey
like
the
the
a
rightful
law?
lord,
leader.
tyrannical
I mean, they're
lord.
already
I love
paying
it.
taxes to their liege lord, but this man seems more like a bandit to me from what I'm hearing.
I love it.
Then he is
Willie.
not the lord.
Love it.
All
Willie.
right.
Goes
I'm sorry, Pride. Am I hearing right? Am I hearing that there is some people what is being oppressed by
I pray you,
noble?
friend Orc, do not trouble yourself with this. This is a matter beyond our handling.
No, we can't stand by and let poor people be oppressed by
To be sure, you're
by
right.
the proletariat. We must rise up. The masses must rise up. We shall ring in the changes. We shall go down there and give him a damn good slap up the side of the head with
The
my
law
fist.
must be enforced.
Exactly, the law of the just and the free.
Yes, the law.
My friend the Seeker here seems to be under the wrong impression, though. As I've told him, Grat, they have two masters they're serving now. You know you can't serve more than one master. They're already paying their taxes to their liege lord, but they have this other...
Can't help
No,
it.
I understand.
We
Pride.
lost you.
It,
We
it,
lost
it
you,
is
Pride.
bandit.
Somebody's breaking up.
We
you-
lost you.
You lost me? Okay. Kill
You're back.
TeamSpeak. Oh, I'm
Well,
back.
no,
now?
you're fine. You're fine now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It
You
was
were just-
breaking.
just
TeamSpeak was breaking up for me for a moment.
No, we
Yes,
must
the
go.
secret.
Stop downloading porn. Play the game.
Exactly.
It was already queued up. I can't stop something. That's
No,
why I
okay.
started.
It's scheduled.
We should go down there and free these people from tyranny.
I admit I have many friends down there, Grat. They've sent me letters, many letters imploring my help. But
Then-
you know me, Grat. I am no fierce warrior. I know the handful of spells like I've just told the Seeker here. I am no use in a great matter such as this. It is beyond me. I am thinking of abandoning the whole thing altogether and moving on myself.
No, we can't abandon them to their fate. Look, where's that elf? Sir. Fail, that's it, Mr.
Fail is my name.
Yes, Mr. Fail. And look, you can fight. I've seen you going up against them elk. You and Mr. Guy with the eyes. I've seen you two. You two can handle yourselves in a fight against elk. And let's face it, humans have only got 2 legs and elks have got 4 legs. So it's going to be half as easy to kill them. Sorry, twice as easy to kill them because they've only got half as many legs. And me and my brother monk here can reconcile the problems once the oppressive tyrannics have been removed and put up against a wall and shot full of arrows.
Alore
Having
will
spent
aid
some
us.
time around Pride, I just quirks an eyebrow, but doesn't disagree with anything yet.
Yes, indeed, these people are suffering immensely. I do not want you to get involved with it, though. It is a task beyond us. I don't know what Grad is getting so high-strung for. I know his love for the people is great, but this is a matter beyond even us, even with our strengths combined. I
No,
want to be
that's
drugged
it.
there
We're
kicking and
going.
screaming.
Right. I shall grab Fail by the arm. Lead on. Find us a boat. We're going.
I look to Pride. I think we have it.
Oh,
Out the door!
indeed.
Come on, stop lollygagging around.
Do we not?
I grabbed Pride by the arm
Yes.
and
All
as
right,
well.
all right, all right.
Frog marched them both out of the inn to try and get
Reluctantly, I will
ourselves.
go. I too cannot see the people suffer.
And of course, I'm running right behind, and I say that it is a good thing to die in the name of justice.
It's an even better thing to stay alive in the name of justice.
I look at Pride, tell him that look like, please don't ham it up so much. We got this.
I put you on the shoulder. I pat you on the shoulder and say, my dear friend, I hate to drag you into this business, but it is for justice, like our friends here are saying.
Oh my God.
I will reluctantly throw my blade in with these fellows.
Alright, come along. I know a boat.
Right, you,
perfect time to grab
Mister
it.
with the eyes. Would you be willing to come with us? It's for the good of the people.
I believe that where you four go, I shall follow.
Yes, you'll never get rid of this fan of yours, Grat. You never gave him that autograph. He's still after it.
We shall ding and we shall dong our way down to the docks and appropriate a boat. It is for the greater good after all.
Indeed. Well, maybe
But-
you should put a muffler on those bells of yours. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention.
Take that back right now. I can't put mufflers on my bells.
Even when you're not ringing the two in your hands, I still hear bells ringing. Maybe I am so entranced by your performance that I hear your bells at all hours of the day.
It is the holy bell. What is you is hearing ringing?
The
Now,
holy bell. Huh?
before you takes the boat fail, you must leave a note telling them who we are and where we're gone, and tell them that we'll bring it back in a couple of weeks.
I grin, it's Grat. Yes, I will do that.
That's a good. Man.
No, you know I'm female now. Because
Yes,
I
but
failed my sleight of hand check.
But I am actually trying to keep up the pretense because
Right, at least in the bar, right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Love it.
Besides, you're an elf, and I'm still not entirely sure which way.
Right, so you can't tell.
It's hard to tell with elves. It really
You have
is.
to leave the skirt on them.
And even though then, on a cold day, it's hard to tell.
All right, so you guys, fail. She, makes one last ditch effort and says, "Oh, I have to leave this note somewhere." She runs off and comes back. Now you guys make a trip that takes almost another 2 weeks by boat. That leaves Makba, through the slushy waters, through the cold waters, and as you start to make your way south, everything starts to warm up, and it's very nice. You guys get down to all the tributaries. You start to work your way in and out of these, and you make your way to basically Devaki. Now, obviously, you can't take your boat anywhere, but there is a small village that will keep an eye on your boat for you. It's not a very large vessel. I mean, it's not going to last for 50 years. But it was sort of one of the vessels that was kind of forgotten about in the corner of the harbor.
Right.
And,
Easy pickings.
yeah, Fail noticed that nobody had really visited it for several weeks.
Could this be the same boat we used for the elk expedition? We brought
yeah.
it back. No problems at all were had about it.
It would have taken much a shorter amount of time, but
Right.
Fail, seeing that you're an experienced seafarer, the scallywags that you have on your boat just made the trip almost unbearable. It was like you felt that you were basically running the ship all by yourself.
Fail feels unbearable being around to most people.
Yeah.
Unless they're elves. She just can't be bothered most of the time. She's gonna have to warm up to the crew.
Okay.
That might take months.
So you guys leave your boats, on this small little town, this little fishing village, make your way to Devaki. You stay a night to get some nice rest and relaxation after a day of travel, and you set out the next day towards Christen, the hamlet. And you are looking for Urton Crux, and we're going to go ahead and end here, and we'll start up next Thursday, traveling to the small village of Christen.
Awesome.
So thank you guys. I appreciate it. It was fun. And now we got that out of the way, we can go right into the story. That'll be pretty cool.
Oh, that was jolly good.
We have a merry band of adventurers that, and it's so funny, especially speaking out of character. And you guys aren't metagaming this at all, but it's like Willie's trying to fucking pay off a debt, and he's like, change this to where there's this tyrannical fucking lord down there killing everyone. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good.
He knew he had to sell it to the
The good people.
folks.
Yeah.
I know, it's so good, man. This is gonna be so good. Just coming into the town is gonna be so great. Oh my god.
Right. How am I going to explain? Tune in next week.
Yes, I love it.
No, I do feel that the Pride has a jolly good bar of soap and a sock party coming his way later on.
Oh yeah, and Pride knows of a very nice, small, quaint little inn down there with a hot spring bath and everything called the Singing Stones Inn.
Oh.
Yeah. They have magical stones in a pool that keep this, like a bathhouse that keeps it heated. So,
Keeps it warm, okay.
Oh yeah, and it's basically out in the middle of nowhere, and it's a nice little hamlet of about 65
I'll keep that in mind
people.
then.
All right, everybody, I appreciate it. Thanks for making your characters impromptu, number one, and then thanks for staying late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. How time flies when you're having fun, right?
All right.
But I'll tell you what, y'all, I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be a blast, and
Indeed.
we will start next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, I shall look forward to it.
yeah.
I shall pack some more throat lozenges, I think.
It's gonna be awesome.
Idea.
Oh, Polymonus, thank you for the follow.
I can't wait. We're gonna have an
Thanks
orc
very
with
much.
a big half orc with bells, a big human with a big stick that he hits things with, walking next to
Thanks, guys,
a
for the
wanted
follows.
criminal.
Lunatic, Hakurai, Omni Zero,
Interesting.
Agaba, thank you guys
Who's
so
the
much.
wanted criminal?
Nitro
What am I
Shots,
talking about us?
Aliens vs. Freedoms, Deterborg, Thrax,
This fellow's rather
AJ
judgmental.
Gaming,
He's been in the
Honkin,
woods too long.
Rogue
Best
Nerd,
to be
Hoot
wanted
Daddy,
than forgotten.
Vacteru. Thank
Well,
you
the
guys so
thing
much.
is, even if I do find out what's
Appreciate
going
it.
on, I won't
Can't
hold
forgive you
fail.
failed.
Appreciate the follows, guys.
Accountable, which she never tried to get us to go along. Whereas if I find out that Pride has lied to us, or when
Nitro,
I
shot,
find out,
Nitro Shots, Mickey Finn.
If
Phil
you
would
find
be
out.
Thank you guys
just
a lot.
as
Appreciate it.
shocked at
Totally
the story
appreciate
as well.
absolutely, I can imagine she'll be
Right,
horrified.
Entirely different. A different story there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a nice
Weird.
snort
Every
too,
single
Vin.
time somebody tried to tell you that he lied to you, an arrow spouts from their throat. Who knows?
I'll bullshit my way out. It happens here.
All right, everybody.
Alright.
Thanks for playing. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Looking forward to it.
GG, Dave.
Yep.
You will
Alright,
indeed,
thanks,
sir.
mate.
Will indeed.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week.